Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. In today's video, I will show you how to apply dynamic filtering and sorting in PowerApps Gallery. Now, let's get into the video. So, in this PowerApps application, I am displaying all the employee travel management records in the gallery. So, for this gallery, I am applying three types of filtration such as travel type, status, and the date it's submitted. So, let's apply the filters. I will provide the approved one. Now you can see the gallery is displaying all the approved records. And you can see the travel type, it is displaying workshop, research and business, right? We will see that I will add the business. Now you can see only two records. And if I add one more one like a product launch, leadership, research, we'll add all these things. You can able to see with research, the status value is approved, then only it is showing. For example, if we remove this status, and then you can see there are other items also displaying. That is because here I am choosing four different travel types. Based on the travel types, it is displaying. So if both status and travel type matches, then it will show only that particular records. Now I have applied status as pending, only two records were displaying. And the date you can see 15 and 9 are there. If I try to provide any date which is not present over there, you can see no item was present in this gallery. That is because with this date no items are there. So like this at a time we can apply multiple filters on this Power Apps gallery. And also this gallery is displaying the items in a descending order. So whatever the item created last, that will be present over in the starting. And let's see the data source that I took for this Power Apps gallery. So here is my data source named the travel management, which is a SharePoint list. And in this list, I have the columns like travel title, employee name, employee email, travel reason type, which is a choice column, and submitted date and status also like a choice column only. Now let's get into the implementation part. So the very first thing we need to do is we need to connect the data source to this application. So here you can see I have connected, and you no need to get confused about these data sources. I connected for another purpose. When we are applying multiple filters to the Power Apps gallery, sometimes delegation issues will come. So in order to avoid that one, in the Power Apps, the app on start property, I have created one collection that will store this travel management list, all the details into this one. Now we can easily apply this. Instead of that list name, we can use this collection name. Add one gallery. Here from this insert tab, you can search for gallery. You can take vertical gallery or the blank vertical gallery also. I took this one. So here you can see I took this one and I changed the name as like a gallery underscore travel management. And then for its items property, I have provided collection travel management that we created previously. And within this one, I just added some of the text labels to display the employee name and travel type, date and status. We need to apply filters for this gallery, right? So take first these controls for applying filters. So I took date picker control for the submitted date and the travel type as a combo box control and the status values, so that we can fetch travel reasons and status values into this combo box. Then we can easily apply filters to this gallery. For the submitted date, you just take the date picker control, and for the travel type, take the combo box control, and in the items property, use the choices function to get the all travel reason type. So here in this choices function, I am taking the data source within the square brackets, and then provide dot and then provide the choice column name. Then it will automatically fetch the choice values into this combo box. In case if you are not fetching the values, just click on edit in this properties, and for the primary text choose value, and such field also choose value one more time. Then it will automatically get all the values. And then since to get the status values into the combo box, I have provided choices like the previous code only. Simply just provide that field name like status. Then you can get the status values. Now we preview the app, you can see all the status value pending, approved, rejected are there. And for the travel type, business, all whatever present in the SharePoint list, that is present over here. Now to apply filters on this gallery, we need to use the filter function. Use the filter function and the data source is the collection name and we will apply filters one by one. For example, status I will take first, provide, provide comma and then you can see the status value it is there dot value equal to now the combo box name is cmb underscore status sorry cmb underscore status then click on dot selected. So why I have given selected dot value that is because 1 second for this combo box you can see allow multiple selections I have not enabled. So that time it is allowing only one item not all the items. So that's why I provide like since we haven't selected any status it is not showing anything. I will provide approve. Now you can see all the approved files it is showing. In case if I select rejected then it will select all the things. So if we want to at a time provide the travel type filtration on this gallery, within this filter, just provide the and operator and then choose travel reason type. So here I'm choosing this column name dot. Since it is a choice column, we need to take dot value equal to that combo box name is cmb underscore travel reason. So I'm providing cmb underscore travel reason and here you can see for this travel reason combo box, we are enabling this allow multiple selection. So we will take here dot selected items. But it is showing an error like the travel reason type it is we are comparing with one value and here multiple values right which is not a correct way. So what we will do instead of equal to we will provide in and we can use the for all function to iterate over all the items in this combo box. So let's see, underscore travel reason. So in this for all function, after providing combo box travel reason type dot selected item, provide the value. So here travel type we will take product launch and marketing event. So here I selected a three travel reasons and I will provide the pending status. You can able to see three items were there with these filters. And if all the conditions will apply, then only it will show the data. Otherwise, it won't display any data. Now I am not providing any status value, but now here you can see I have provided the date and status is approved and travel type I took to business and product launcher. With business only it is displaying like this. But if you observe carefully, if any of the control is blank, then the gallery is not displaying the data. In order to avoid that one, I will tell you like how to provide the filtration code on this gallery. So here I updated the filter function. Let's understand this code now. So the data source is the collection one only, and then here I am checking like previously only if the travel reason type dot value it is present in the combo box and the status value needs to be matched with that combo box selected value and submitted date matches with that date picker control dot selected date. Additionally, I just checking if these values are not empty, then only it will be applicable. Otherwise, it will display all the data. So since the travel reason type, we are applying multiple things. For example, we are selecting multiple items, right? So that's why only it will behave like a table one. So to check whether it is empty or not, I am using is empty function. And then this combo box selected value and date picker are single values only. So I am using is blank function. Now let's save these changes and play the app. If I choose the date as a 415, now you can see with that date, two records are there. If I choose anything, since these two controls are empty also, still it is showing the details. And if I provide pending, with these two filters, no item are there. That's why it is not showing anything. I will provide approved only. Now it will show. Now the travel type, you can see business and training is there. I will apply business and workshop. Now it is showing only one record because the training was not there in this travel type. That's why it is not showing. If I include that training also, then those two records will be displayed. So this approach will help us to apply multiple filters at a time on this PowerApps gallery. In case if you want to apply sort also for this filter, you can simply provide sort function on the top. Now we need to provide the column name with which column we need to sort. So I will take the ID column. So whatever the item created lastly, that should be needs to present in the top. So we will take sort order as a descending one. Now it will fetch all the items in a descending order. Save the changes and play the app. So this way we can apply both sorting and multiple filters on the Power Apps gallery. Thank you for watching this video and don't forget to subscribe our channel.